Hey, homeowners, I'm Reyna,
This is Shaun.
and this is Solutions University.
Soil erosion is what we're going to be talking about. I had an inquiry today. How does soil erosion affect the foundation of your house? Do you know what we're talking about when we say soil erosion, right?
Yes, soil erosion is when things like wind or water slowly erode the soil over time, and it will lose its ability to hold on. Let's say here we're talking about house, it will lose the ability to hold the weight of the house, right?
Yes.
Which will cause foundation issues.
So she's digging in a little bit. So soil erosion around the home is going to be where the gutters are probably putting out water right by the foundation, and then you can actually tell because there's usually a dip there where that water's trying to find the low spot, which is your crawl space in most cases, 1 or 2 blocks below in the middle Tennessee, southern Kentucky area. That's how they build them around here. So erosion can also be if water runs in your yard. So let's say you have a grade that's coming toward the house or away from the house. Everybody knows that if the grade's pitching towards the house, the water's going to come along with it. So it can move the soil around, shrink and swell the soil, that sort of thing. So erosion, if you have mulch in your flower bed, then some people think that if they put 3 inches of mulch right next to the house, and that makes it level with the dirt, that solves the problem. But the truth is the grade is still pitched towards the house because it's 2 or 3 inches low, and just because you put rock or mulch there doesn't necessarily solve the problem. So our grandfathers and fathers teach us to put dirt against the house, and that's what they're doing. So we want to make sure that's there. Dirt settles over time. So if you're new construction, you want to be aware and pay attention to that. Your downspouts, overflowing downspouts, see it all the time. I think the most common thing we're going to see here in Kentucky, southern Kentucky, middle Tennessee, is we have lakes. I see it more often at the lake. Your house happens to be sitting between the top of the hill and the lake. Your water is like your home may act as like a dam. And so Mother Nature wants that water to get to the low spot. If your house is sitting in the way, so it's either going to go under it, around it, or under your footer, or through the wall, or tip your concrete wall. So those things affect your home stability greatly. When you own a lake house, or any house for that matter, but especially a lake house, water is not your friend. You must constantly worry about the mitigation and how you're going to get rid of the water. It's most often it's not our primary residence, it's our vacation residence. And not saying that we don't show up there and do a little bit of work, but we're there to enjoy ourselves and have a good time. So top of mind, top of priority, because we're not there all the time. These things may not be as prompt on maintenance or attention. So that's one of the ways that erosion can affect your home. And we see it most often because it's got, you want to have access to the lake if you have a lake house, and they're usually on a lot like that. And so that's one of the ways that erosion can affect your home.
So the waterfront view really isn't worth it, is it?
The what?
The waterfront view won't necessarily be worth it. Well,
No, it is. It's absolutely worth it. Everybody loves a lake house. I mean, it's great to make memories with your family and stuff. I just want top of mind to keep the water away. I see these big fancy lake houses, and maybe it's a cabin, and so they're maybe they're spread out instead of like 2 or 3 stories tall. It doesn't matter which, but we've seen it both ways. But a cabin may have 1,000 square foot on one side of the roof, 2,000 square foot total, and they have one gutter on the wrong side on the front of the house, and then they have a retaining wall on top of that. And so this water is like,
Are you talking about Owensboro? Because that sounds like Owensboro.
There's a lot of lake houses, very common. So maybe it's good to get your gutter guy, your foundation guy, and all your guys together so they can put this masterpiece in. But no, I guess everybody has different maybe goals or achievements, and who knows, it may be worth your while to have a foundation guy on the front side and go ahead and get the stuff installed pre-construction.
Yep.
And everybody have the same goal and agenda. But if you're a savvy home builder and you're subbing it out, whatever the case may be, I guess if you're attentive and you know the consequences, it's hindsight 2020. So we've been there and done that, see it every single day, just trying to give you tidbits to help advise you.